Yeah, I should hit M and then people can now see what's going on, but I still have to tab out to my audio. Yeah, I should hit M and then people can now see audio input capture. What's going on, but I still have to tab out to my audio.
It was showing the game, but then... Oh,
It should
there
be
we
showing
go.
the game now, yeah. Days has just got fastest. I have the stream in the background and it's gonna be goofy. Ah! Dude, effort, honestly. Everything is just falling apart. Anyway. Why can't I see the names on the spectator menu? And in the middle of all of this, I fucking
Oh, that's weird that it doesn't... I see that. Huh. Well, we apologize for the list of technical difficulties that's going on right now.
I think everything's fine now. Oh, okay. Bloody hell. What else do I need up? I probably need your data.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Oh, now it's showing the names. That's good.
Yep.
Alrighty. Oh.
I'd turn my camera on, but I'm scared my room is too much of a fucking mess. Again, preparedness.
I'm sure all the amazing Coleslaw Cup fans wouldn't mind, man. It's it's all good.
I mind. Cover up the dead body over there.
Yep. Make sure you hide the bloody weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Ace hitting fastest lap again with a 154.1. Almost a second clear from Palmer. Damn.
Fucking towel draped over my fucking window to keep the light out because I'm a nocturnal creature of the night.
You gotta get some blackout curtains.
They are, but the way they're like mounted, it means like the fucking light still escapes anyway.
Oh, damn.
So I don't really know what the point even is. What's this? Yo, can we do this? And then... Holy, hold up. That's not connected to that. I should be able to see things, yeah?
No, it's just a black screen for now, for me.
Why are these things not visible? I'm beyond confused.
Oh,
Is there now a
race
black
day
box
has
on the
left.
stream? Is this the question?
It's just...
It's still a black
oh,
screen.
I can see it now.
Yeah, but you can't see the thing. Oh,
Right.
I know why. I need to do that. Aha, there we are. I need to do that. Oh, I need to do that. Aha, that doesn't match up at all. Ooh. This is goofy. I don't even know why I have this fucking border because it looks goofy as all hell. It's also too large. You need to see me in 4K, bro. I'm down here chilling.
Bro, that is a huge, that's a huge border. Damn.
That box too big, bro. Okay. Fuck me, man. Alright. Where are we? What's going on?
Well, yeah. So far, Day's still at the top of the timesheets. Palmer in second. Johnny Golf, P3. Got Sharia P4. Sui P5. Okay.
This is where we think we've got everything sorted out, and then like just hit the beep of like me leaving Discord or some shit.
Yeah.
Got Palmer goes fastest with 153.4. Dace is still in
Absolutely
the pits.
smashes Dace's lap there.
Jonathan Golf. That's his full name.
Man, it's definitely gonna suck not for Edwin not having Caesar uh in the other car here tonight. You know, those guys being at the top of the constructors right now.
Yeah,
Definitely not ideal for them.
they've been cooking with their consistent results, and now they're gonna lose a bit of ground probably. I wish I could show you the
Yeah,
Constructors'
absolutely.
Championship, guys. But had an absolute nightmare. I took time hours ago to be prepared to make sure I had everything sorted, only to realise that I had the wrong account linked to Streamlabs at the time. And so, in a hurry to quickly link the correct account, obviously, I move over to the correct account, but it doesn't have all the overlays and shit that I just spent like ages making earlier on today. So, time wasted. You love to see it.
We absolutely do. You know, it's fantastic. I mean, quick little rundown as far as the constructors go. I mean, right now after last week's race, we got Aston Martin at 109 points, McLaren with 87, V-Carb at 74. We got Mercedes 66, Red Bull right behind them at 65, Ferrari at 64, Alpine at 61. Man, that is a tight battle right there between those like 3-4 teams right there. And we got Williams at 48. What's that?
We'll see how close it stays after this race as well. I think the rain as well is going to throw a bit of a spanner in the works. Obviously a dry race, but the order might be a little bit mixed up going into it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it makes it so difficult, you know, just because Park Ferme is on. So you really got to try to figure out where to make just those little small compromises for quali to be able to, you know, get a good lap in still, but then be able to still have a very competitive car for the dry race. Extremely tough to find like the right balance. You know, sometimes certain tracks are a little bit easier said than done to get it, you know, going, but yeah, it's still a challenge nonetheless.
And Calibob jumps up to P3. The Sui fan club has returned in the chat. Second week running. And we'll ride on board the Sui, I guess, for this lap. Do you want to take us through the lap?
Yeah, let's do it. Fortunately, in the wet conditions here, no DRS. But let's see how late he. Oh, well, he's taking that a little bit cautiously through there. Get a little bit quicker on the power. This corner right here is very tricky. Stays pretty well to the apex. Doesn't get that great of an exit. Now let's see how fast, how much speed he can carry through Puan right now. Little sloppy, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe he can make up for it in the rest of sector 2. Oh, goes very deep through there.
He's catching up to that car ahead of him as well. That Haas car, I believe it is.
Yeah. And see, this is just one of those things right here where a lot of these guys, you know, he seems to be just wrestling that car right now, and you know, it's more than likely because he's using the dry setup on a wet track. I mean, it's rough out there.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see that a lot actually as well, aren't we? Because obviously with it being a dry race, you're not going to throw your race away to help you qualify, I don't think. So everybody's going to be trying to sort of survive on probably lower wings than what they would want to be running ideally. Across the line.
Oh, and he jumps up to P2. Wow.
Soon
P3 now, but still.
Crosses the line just behind, and the Ferraris are looking strong.
You know, I gotta say, I was pretty surprised by that, just because when we were watching on board, right, that lap, it looked a little scruffy there, but I mean, hey, you know, he definitely proved us wrong there.
Yeah, no, very solid lap indeed, and not sure if I'll have time to set another one. I think we might do. No, I don't think he will actually. It's such a long circuit here as well, almost 2 minutes now as well that it's raining.
Yeah. Man, and I gotta give it to the Ferrari boys. They're definitely putting in some work. They and also Mercedes. I mean, you can't discredit them. I mean, right now they're sitting P6 and P7 as well. Looking very strong for both of those teams.
And Dace just went purple in Sector 1 as well, looking to improve on his current provisional pole time. We do have race day as well, looking about. He'll be looking to probably try and grab pole if he can. Might be interesting at the top as long as race day cannot disconnect again. We've got a Mercedes slow as well in the second sector. Do I have anything to drink? Reach behind me into the magical box of treats.
Yeah, I mean we all know race day, right? You know he's absolutely gunning for the very top. Um, you know he's a major force to be reckoned with in quali as always, and yeah, I mean we'll just see if he can actually hook up a lap together. Unfortunately, you know he disconnected a little bit ago, and then his previous attempt he wasn't able to really get anything going. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens.
Well, 800th of a second off his time. Brett drives fast, gets himself disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. Dace does improve up to a 152.1, so that actually drops Brett drives fast all the way from P7 down to the back of the grid with that disqualification. Sui has retired in the pits. He will not be setting another lap time. I think he appreciates the fact that he's not going to get around for one in time. Hopefully the yellow flag can clear. This is one of my real pet peeves with this game and with the previous games, is that now because there's a yellow flag we don't know how long is left. It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Lusky on an outlap as well in the Ferrari, just behind Cali Webb. A minute and a half, so they should both have enough time to get around.
Sharia jumping up to P3.
Williams don't want to be down the bottom of the order, apparently. Got Palmer. He is starting a flying lap as well. Dace is currently on one, and he's over a tenth of a second up as well after Sector 1. Nice and slow from got Palmer into the hairpin, focusing on the exit, not getting off-sighted by Sharia Coleslaw there on the left-hand side in the gravel track. Keeping it on the dry stuff, using the ERS overtake button as well on the run-up to Eau Rouge and then through Radion. On to...
He's using up quite a bit of ERS though, huh? I wonder if he's going to have enough by the end of the lap. We'll see. Palmer definitely needs a very good lap around here. I mean, it's only a 3-point gap between Dace and Got Palmer right now in the standings. Dace is sitting at 77 points. Got Palmer at 74. Then we got Cali Rob 66. So, I mean, that's the top three right there. Very, very close. As Dace hits a 157.7 for provisional pole.
And everything that can go wrong continues to go wrong as my headset dies.
Next thing you know, two minutes from now, I'm gonna hear you leave Discord.
I'm gonna get hit by an asteroid, I think. Anything. Got Palmer goes purple in the second sector. Fried Cheeto making it a McLaren 1-2 for the time being. I want to try and jump straight back into commentating the lap.
Race day with a
steals the pole away.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a little bit ago, man. He is a huge force to be reckoned with in quali, and especially in the wet. Race day definitely loves wet condition quali.
Struggling on the traction, but not struggling enough. P1 for Got Palmer. That's an RB front row lockout, followed by a second row lockout from the two McLarens. But Dace is still on the lap, though he's half a second off his best time, so I don't think anything's going to come from that. Lusky, though, he is up on his time. Can he maybe jump Sui or even Sharia Coleslaw? He's going to have to find quite a lot of time at the bus stop, but that is a purple sector too, apparently. Take that with a pinch of salt. I'll take that with an entire jar of salt, actually.
He really needs to hook up. Oh!
As well, have set their laps. Final couple of corners then for Lusky on the power. No DRS, of course, across the line. Jumps up to P4. An unbelievable bus
very
stop.
Nice.
Splits the McLaren cars.
Yeah, that was very nice from him. He absolutely nailed that bus stop.
We've got Nicky playing Wreckfest.
As per
Chuck
usual.
Blazing, a second and a half up almost on his time to the bus stop he goes. Looking to jump his teammate here and then some, if possible, maybe even Nicky. Yeah, all the way up to P8 actually there from Chuck Blazing, so great lap. He left it right to the end there. But he gets the lap in. It's looking like it's all coming up V-carb today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these two right now are putting in some banger laps, showing some crazy good performance in the wet. You know, I got to say it's going to translate over into the dry. We don't know how much these guys have compromised for a wet quali. So, you know, we'll see. I know Dace has some very, very good pace around here in the dry. So those top three are definitely going to be ones to look out for.
The amount of people that just forget to fucking set their flags is insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually not something that people kind of change immediately right away.
I feel like they've had long
Easy to
enough.
forget. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it makes sense for Edwin, right? I mean, I get like why Caesar and Edwin don't use it or whatever,
People
but
like Dace. Just to pick a random name, of course, not to target anyone. But
yeah, you know, what the hell, Dace? Get it together, man. The game's been out already for how long now? You know,
I thought
two
you were supposed to
months,
be
two
fast. You're
three
being
months.
pretty fucking slow with that, pal.
Yeah, get your
Unbelievable.
shit together, Mister Fish. All right.
That's it, Mr. Fish. Got him.
Yeah.
I can't believe he never knew that a dace was a fish before he first spoke to me. He went his whole life not knowing he was named after a fish. Oh, that's a midlife crisis trigger right there.
The biggest reality check right there, man. You
Yeah.
know, just
Brings your whole life into perspective. Surprised he didn't run off to Tibet and become a Buddhist or something.
just imagine, you know, for so many years. Yeah, what's up, man? They call me Dace, you know, and
That's crazy.
2 years later, you find out that a dace is a fish. That's amazing, man.
You believe that guy had a child and didn't call it carp? You could have carried on the naming tradition.
Okay, with the next generation,
That's
you
it.
got to
Have
keep that
one.
in mind, Dace. With the
Have
next
a particularly
generation, you
athletic kid, maybe a bit of a sprinter. You can call him Mako.
know.
Oh god.
Just start a whole family tree
The
of
whole lineage.
yeah.
You give them second names in Latin.
Oh man.
Carcharodontius, come here right now. Oh lord. It's brilliant. Oh, trying to knock my camera over.
Yeah, definitely don't want that. As we're waiting for the drivers to get their strategies all sorted, make those changes again, and get back onto the dry. And here we go, formation lap. Man,
Yep.
it's
Oh my
gonna
goodness.
be interesting. You know, it's pretty good seeing both V carbs up there, both McLarens showing some pace. I mean, Dace, we always expect to be, you know, top five, top three, you know, challenging for wins as well. But Fried Cheeto hasn't necessarily been someone that I've been kind of, you know, having on my radar for, you know, being up there. But hey, I mean, more power to him, right? He's
He's got to
put
have
in a
low
good lap.
tyres on his radar on the way down to turn one.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. That's a bit unfortunate, right? You know, you qualify top five and don't even get to warm up your tires. Man, that's gonna be dreadful.
It is very painful. At least here it's a pretty short run to turn one, but you don't want to be locking up and grosjeaning someone into turn one when you do arrive there.
Oh man. I remember that crash still, and it hurts my soul so much, especially for that season. Especially for that season, just because I'm such a huge Alonso fan, and the fact that Alonso DNF'd that race because of that, that ruined whatever title hopes that he had. But anyways, that's that's a
Probably
whole
because you're wearing
nother
Lambos over there.
conversation. Yeah.
So, most of the guys on the soft, the furthest up of the medium starters is going to be Sui, with Chuck blazing alongside him on the mediums, as well as Edwin and Cali Rob. Everybody else on the soft tyre.
Yeah, the tire wear around this track is very, very low from what I've seen. So, yeah, these guys are going to be hoping to
Soft medium,
put in
probably, or
some really
medium
good
soft, I
laps.
guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Wonder how early you think about going to hards if there's a safety car as well.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a safety car within the first 3 laps, man, and look at both of the V cars, man. They're both angled so crazy, just
Especially
wanting to
race
cover
day.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's ride on board with Dace, I think, for the start. DRS disabled, good to know. Anyway, 5 red lights. Held for a very long time, and it's lights out and away we go. Dace gets a good reaction initially, got Palmer, gets a nice start. Race day, not so much. He's going to be forced to the outside here. He's going to lose the rear under braking. That's going to open the door possibly for Lusky, but he's going to recover with a good exit there, and he's going to be burning his ERS here in an attempt to try and get past Dace, but he's going to have to fall back in behind as Dace picks up the tow from Palmer. On to the back straight we go, and the top 3 have really sort of distanced themselves from everybody else, and we've got the McLaren and the Ferrari of Sui and Pride Cheeto side by side. Got Palmer though, and Dace fighting for the lead into the right-hander. Dace around the outside, breaks late, goes a little bit deep but keeps it on the track. Opens up the opportunity for a switchback here from Got Palmer through these successive sections, and now even Race Day has a run on Got Palmer, who has to defend the inside from his temporary teammate. A little knock up there ahead from Dace, but he won't mind because he's up in P1. Sherry Coleslaw up to P5 with Lusky in between him and Race Day. A little bit of distance behind him as well to Fried Cheeto, who's coming under some pressure from Sui, and Sharia hits the inside curb there. Commentator's curse a little bit as he's going to lose some ground from that.
Yeah, both Sharia and Cheeto going wide at Puon there, and seemingly, Fried Cheeto holding on for dear life with those colder tires right now, trying to get some temp back into them.
And the battle of the top 3 will resume down the main straight. We've got Race Day right up behind Palmer, who is already harvesting some ERS. Dace looks a little bit comfortable going into the bus stop, but we've got Palmer who's going to be under a lot of pressure from his teammate who looks for the inside. Brakes late. Can he get the car slowed down? He has to go all the way over the curb on the inside. I'm not sure if that was even... I feel like that was out of the track limits, but...
Yeah.
Must have been close,
Seemed
but he's
that
got
way.
away with it.
Oh, something just happened to Sui. He fell back down to P10. Not exactly sure what happened there.
He's going to come under pressure from Sui's teammate. Sui doesn't look to have any visible damage, and he's fighting away with Gunnar, though he seems to be pretty slow in a straight line, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Gunnar runs a little bit wide though, and we've got a fight up front here as well with Edwin and Chuck blazing. We've got Palmer losing the position to Dusty. That's the power of the DRS and the slipstream down that straight, and there's just overtaken no matter where we look here today. Nicky makes his way past Sui as well, seemingly. They're going to be side by side. Is Sui going to be able to retain this position? Nicky runs wide, and that is going to solidify the position for Sui, but big fall from Sui all the way down to P12.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's something like that happens and you drop down so many positions within the first couple of laps. I mean, you got to just try to lock back in and just refocus up and not let that bother you too much. Just get back into a rhythm so that way you can try to make positions up, and whatever happened. Don't worry about that no more. Just focus on the task at hand and what you can do about it now. So we'll see right now how he's able to climb back up.
Palmer has a significant pace advantage over Lusky as well. It's just about trying to make the move. The only issue is, if Palmer went for the move here, he would end up behind ahead, sorry, coming out of turn 1 and probably end up behind by the end of the straight. So Trailblazing and Frontline battling away.
Yeah, I mean,
suddenly got a cold out of nowhere.
Dace is pushing like crazy right now to get Race Day out of DRS. But Race Day just managing to hold on for, just for right now. We'll see if Dace is able to get out of it in Sector 2. Seems to be very, very strong around there.
Tap on the run up to Eau Rouge, but they're keeping it clean. For now, Trailblazing ends up ahead of Frontline, and Frontline's going to have Calirob steaming up his inside as well.
Fried Cheeto steamrolling past Sharia. Oh, and they make contact, slight contact between Sharia and Fried Cheeto. Nothing too crazy. It looks like they just banged wheels, but that upset Sharia's car a little bit there, unfortunately, and he lost out on that position.
Got Palmer still behind Lusky somehow. This must be infuriating for him because he's clearly got the pace advantage. It's just all about making the move. Race Day all over the back of Dace. I don't think Dace will take kindly to any Race Day overtaking efforts. I certainly hope not anyway.
Yeah, Race Day seemingly putting the pressure on Dace, and it's not going to be anywhere as easy as last week, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Sharia Coleslaw is still pretty close to Fried Cheeto. I think this should be a move for him down the Kennel Straight. It would be unwise for him to make the move this early, and I think he knows that. Yep, he does stay behind. And Fried Cheeto locks the rears a little bit. Gunner picks up a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings on the track limits.
If somehow Palmer manages to not get past Dusty on this straight here, I'm going to be very, very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, he should do with the DRS, but...
As Race Day is going to be making a move here, they're going to be going side by side with Dace right now.
Yep, can Dace do anything to defend? Doesn't look like it. It's going to be Race Day's position.
Yeah, man, it's just DRS is so powerful.
Dace needs to push here to keep close to Race Day and not make any mistakes. Immediately makes a mistake.
Yeah, I was just about to say immediately.
Edwin going slow, it would seem, as well. Fried Cheeto's closed up on him pretty significantly. That tries fast falling to the back of the field as well there. Dace just needs to keep the DRS, really. This is what he needs to do.
Yeah, he seems to be struggling a little bit in Sector 2 now, suddenly. I'm not sure what's going on. First couple of laps, he actually had a little bit more pace compared to the others around him. And then now it's just kind of flipped around to where Race Day has a little bit more pace compared to Dace throughout Sector 2. But, I mean, it's just going to be a constant DRS battle between these two, it looks like. Oh, as Dace taps the back of Race Day. Thankfully, no spin, or it doesn't look like Dace picked up any damage, but yeah, definitely don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, hopefully not. He's going to have the DRS here, though, as well, which is going to be very powerful. Race Day does have a full battery, which will help him in his efforts to defend. But Dace surely has to get this move done here, and Race Day, I think, was a little bit wide there as well.
Yeah, he got a little bit out of shape.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's a textbook pass right there. Just...
And Lusky overtakes Scott Palmer.
Man, Palmer's definitely frustrated from that. That's the thing about Dusty.
Calirob through Sector 2. They do touch. Sui almost spins off, but keeps it under control and is going to stay right behind Calirob for the time being. That battle sort of stuck up on me. I didn't notice it, and then all of a sudden they were side by side. But both of them live to fight another day, and I'm sure they will fight very shortly. Got Palmer still all over the back of Lusky. They're just going to keep swapping positions, I think, down that straight. Similar story up ahead
before
as well.
that, crazy is that Dusty, man, the past couple of races I've noticed where he usually runs a little bit lower wings than the others around him. So on a track like this, if he can hold on in the middle sector and then just burn whatever ERS and then make use of those lower wings on the straights, I mean it's gonna make it so difficult for Palmer, to clearly create a gap and. Okay, Sui's gonna go side by side with Cali Rob.
And
They're going
Lusky has
for it.
left it into the wall. He's lost his front wing.
Well, I guess he wants all the straight line speed there.
And that's immediately after the pit lane as well, so that's got to really, really, really hurt Lusky. He's already losing the positions to Calirod. And to Sui, though, the good thing, though, for Sui is that Calirod, I don't think would have got the DRS. He wants it, he's trying to get it.
Yeah, and Dusty did the right thing there on letting those two through. It was pointless trying to stay ahead of them, especially, that could have ended in a nasty crash.
Calirod slowed down to try and get the DRS, failed to get the DRS and completely screwed himself. Chuck Blazing takes that position as well. They've got Sherry Coleslaw up ahead, who is chasing down Fried Cheeto at this moment in time. Gunnar and
Thing with that,
battling away as well.
Oh, I was gonna say that the thing with that too is right before all that craziness, Chuck Blazing, he was like 1.5, 1.6 seconds behind Cali Rob and Sui, and now he's right up in that battle now too. So we'll see how these medium guys get going.
Yeah, well, the tie compound, that's definitely something to consider as well. Obviously on the contra strategy, Sui and Cali Rob. I think we may see them sort of do that thing where they continually swap down the straight with the DRS, honestly, because they look pretty evenly matched for pace. And the DRS is just that powerful.
As we got we got Mackie in the chat giving us some info. Seemingly
SBC right now.
Race day live comms are real.
Yeah, and Dace just made a really big mistake, locked his rear wheels into turn 1 and he's
they're going side by side up a Rouge.
This position here, and he should have lifted off and tried to get the DRS, because now he's going to lose so much time to race day.
You know what? Race day went wide there. I'm pretty sure that's got to be a second warning already. I'm gonna check that real quick.
Maybe Mackie can share some insights. Dace misses the apex as well there, the right-hander. He needs to keep the pace up here, Dace.
That is indeed race day's second warning of the race so far, man. So that's going to be playing a major factor in his driving now. He knows that he cannot mess up and go wide. Oh, and as I say that, he goes wide.
He lost time there, so he doesn't pick up a warning. And Dace has closed up through there. Calirod close to Sui as well, and they're catching up to Sharia Coleslaw slowly but surely as well. I'm sure the tyre advantage is starting to creep in for the medium guys. Right,
yeah, Sharia doing well though.
Tails of Edwin as well.
Chuck Blazing picking up a 3-second penalty.
Dace keeping the pressure on Race Day here, not allowing Race Day to escape down the road. Does Dace have any track warnings there as well? That's another question. To consider, we've got Palmer in the pits. He's going to be followed by a couple cars possibly as well. We've got a yellow flag. That is Fried Cheeto that's had a spin.
I think that's smart by God Palmer though, going for the undercut there like that, because he was starting to lose a little bit of time to Dace. So, I mean, he's got to try something, right? He has to try to make the move with the undercut, try to make up a little bit of time. We'll see if it pays off. He lost a lot of time fighting with Dusty for sure.
Yeah, he's got to hope that Race Day and Dace slow each other up with the fighting as well. But that being said, Dace is struggling to get near him at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, DRS is keeping him right there, but Race Day seemingly has a little bit more consistent pace for right now.
Yep, but he does have those warnings as well, so it's going to be interesting to see. We've got something slow at turn 1. It might have been Nicky. It was Nicky.
Yeah, he's got the warnings and also a lot less ERS compared to Dace right now. So honestly,
It's pretty
Dace
hefty as
he's
well.
probably just hanging back. Yeah.
It's strange that there's yellow flags for Nicky going slowly, because you'd expect if there were going to be yellow flags for Nicky going slowly, then it would be a full course caution every lap. Sui
Oh,
always
Sui's
looking to
right
push
behind
Sharia.
Sharia.
And so is Calirob. Calirob's getting involved in this as well.
Okay. Now the thing is, are we gonna see Sharia pitting? I think he is. Yeah, I think
Maybe
he is gonna
we've got
go
Dace in the
for.
pits as well, looking for that undercut on race day, I think, if possible. If Dace can nail this, he's probably going to be hoping he can have a really quick outlap and maybe even come out clear with the DRS from race day if race day immediately covers him off.
Yeah, I mean, it
We'll have
very
to
well
wait and
could
see.
happen.
He needs to not get held up though by the traffic ahead of him. He's got Sui, Calirob and Chuck Blazing all there right ahead of him, and if he gets stuck behind them in sector 2, it's going to be difficult. I think he'll clear Chuck Blazing pretty easily. Yeah, Chuck is not
I think
looking
that's
too
gonna
well.
work beautifully for him. I think there's enough space for him to be able to push and not really get held up by these guys. We'll see right now, though.
Yeah, that wasn't a great line through there either, but he did get the DRS down the straight, which is going to be helping his pace as well. Not sure exactly what the pit range is, but we'll stick the leader timing on so we can monitor it. Dace now 17 seconds behind the leader.
The undercut is so huge around this track, or any track really on this game. It makes such a massive difference on here. So if Dace really nails this lap right here, man, he very well could get out of DRS range.
Yep, he does need to have a really clean and quick lap though, and he's gaining a little bit of time on race day. He has got the two cars of Calirob and Sui just ahead of him. We've got yellow flags as well there. That's a spin for GSR Edwin, who is going to be taken out of the picture
Man.
as well. Not a great day if you're an Aston Martin supporter.
Yeah, not at all. You know, they were leading constructors, and yeah, now it looks like.
This is going to be close. But I think Dace is going to have this.
Although now he's stuck behind both of these guys fighting in front of him. Oh,
That was
is
nice.
Dace gonna get both of them? That was a
Really
beautiful double
satisfying.
overtake. Wow.
Race day is going to be behind Dace, but how far behind is the question? Or is he going to be behind Dace? He's going to be coming out just ahead of Dace, but Dace should get ahead of him. But you've got to remember, race day is going to have the DRS, though Sui has the
Yep.
overspeed. Race day ends up on the grass there. I'm not sure if he got squeezed a little by Dace. He's lost a lot of speed though. And then Sui messes up Eau Rouge.
Now that allows Calirob to come back.
Race day does have the DRS. He's going to try and cut Calirob off a little bit if he can. Will Calirob go and send this on race day? I doubt it. Race day and Dace are going to resume their battle. They're going to be very close together. And it's Sui versus Calirob for the time being, and Calirob is going to win that one on lap 10.
Calirob knew that wasn't his battle right there. If he was a little bit closer, maybe I could see, just taking a little sneak peek into the move there, but no, that was smart by Calirob. His battle right now is with Sui, so
Yeah, and those guys have already disappeared up the road, so
yeah.
not his fight at all. Gunnar picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's chilling at the back with Nicky. Not quite with Nicky, but yeah. Got Palmer running a little bit wide. Got Palmer really hasn't had a great race. Nothing he's done has really worked, unfortunately for him. He's going to be able to get Chuck Blazing here though pretty easily, you'd imagine.
Man, honestly, I feel like if Dace hadn't came up right behind them at the bus stop there, he very well could have been outside of DRS or like just outside of it. But I think he lost just enough time at that bus stop. Although I will say, even though he lost time, he did pull off a very nice overtake, double overtake that is.
Yeah, it was a clutch overtake as well. If he'd messed that up, he could have been behind race day even, so. Let's see, Chuck Blazing does get overtaken by Palmer. He's going to have DRS to answer back with, but Gopalma will get it from Sui as well, and Sui will have it on Calirob. Those three will be converging shortly for a battle, I would imagine. Sui should get this move done now. To the inside goes Sui. Takes that place away from Calirob rather easily. Raystay unable to get past Dace just yet. He's just sitting in behind. Needs to keep those track limit warnings in his mind though, because he could throw away this opportunity to win if he picks up just one more warning.
Both Sui and Calirob going a little bit deep, locking up, which, I mean, Palmer's just sitting right behind these two now. Just lurking, just waiting for an opportunity. Gets a little bit on the grass there on the inside. Yeah, he lost out a little bit of time, but I mean, he knows that he has the tire advantage here, and for sure the ERS advantage right now. These guys, Sui having the least out of the three for right now. I think what Palmer needs to do here is try to make a move on Calirob going into the bus stop, so then that way he's right behind Sui, leading up to a Rouge. That would be probably the smartest thing to try to clear them both.
Raystay clears Dace before the final corner and picks up the DRS for it, but he's not going to have the DRS where it really matters. Sui into the pits. We'll follow along with this fight for the lead though, because Dace should be close enough to make a pretty easy move.
Yeah, I think if I was Raystay there, I would have just sat back. You know, I would have just been patient and just sat back and then just make the move here on the straight.
Yeah, and how much time can Dace gain as well down the straight with the DRS? It could be quite substantial. Doesn't try and break the toe though, which doesn't help because it gives Raystay a helping hand. Sui and Fried Cheeto will do battle, and Fried Cheeto will take that position. I think he may have taken the DRS as well, which would not be a good outcome.
Did he get it? I think Sui got it actually.
And Sui did get it, yes. So Sui.
Oh wait, no, actually no, neither of them got it.
Neither of them, so they must have been too close together.
Yeah.
Sui's going to take that position.
Now the important thing is I mean, Sui's gonna have to just push nonstop right now. Just quali lap, quali lap after quali lap, as Chuck Blazin picks up another 3-second penalty. That's gonna be crucial right now for Sui to put in hot lap after hot lap, make up as much ground as possible. And I mean, that's definitely gonna be on Sharia's mind right there. You know, trying to hold off or potentially try to stick with Sui so that way he can get pulled along. Because right now it's about 10 seconds.
Raystay doesn't go for the move this time around, and Palmer still could have a position to win here, you know. I mean, if these guys come together, which is possible, Palmer is right there to pick up the pieces. Only 5 seconds back, so he's not out of this one yet. We've got a few drivers pitting. That's Calirob, Chuck Blazin. They're trying to cover up as it's Sui, I think, that was undercutting them, but I think
yeah,
Sui's got that one done, I think, pretty easily, actually.
The annoying part for God Palmer though is that he's kind of in no man's land right now, right? Like, even though he has the pace or whatever to be up front fighting for the win with these two, you know, these guys are just DRS passing each other. Oh no! What happened? I didn't manage to catch that.
The rears overtook the fronts.
Ah, man, you hate to see it.
He recovered pretty well. He's not lost too much time. Only issue is he would have been out of the DRS of the guys that he's just undercut, and now he is within the DRS of them, and he's fallen away from Sharia, who he was in a position to overtake going down the straight as well. So, not a great situation. Got Palmer losing almost 2 seconds that lap as well.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Is like it's so tough in being a no man's land because these two up front are just DRS passing each other nonstop. They're gaining a little bit of time every single lap with that, and it's so difficult to bring them back in. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, Sui already back in DRS again of Sharia. So those softs definitely making a lot of fucking light work of Sector 2 for sure.
Yeah, Sui has got some really good pace. Yeah, he's going to be attacking Sharia pretty shortly. Let's have a look at what's going on with the tyres. So everybody's come in now, have they? Yep.
I believe so. Yeah.
Nicky
It's
just
race
after
day
pit
sets the
stop.
fastest lap.
There must be a pretty quick pit stop here, right? Because you cut turn 1 essentially.
Yeah, and I mean you can like speed into the pits pretty damn fast, and then just slam on the brakes, especially because it's a little bit
A little
uphill.
bit uphill, yeah.
The entrance, yeah, so a little bit easier to carry a lot of speed through there.
I think Race Day had a cheeky little attempt there at pulling the DRS window, but he's not been able to do it just yet. The Dace can cruise back up to the back of him with the DRS. But it keeps Race Day safe from a potential overtake. And Dace needs to not make any mistakes here, because if he does, I think if Race Day breaks that second, I think he'll be gone.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. I think overall, just from what we've been seeing, is race day has a little bit overall better consistency. But we'll see. Oh, and as we speak about consistency, Dace picks up a 3-second penalty.
Bozo. The one advantage you had, and you throw it away like an absolute buffoon. Got
On
Palmer,
Palmer as well.
same, but I mean, at least he had to push. He wasn't even there. Imagine,
and race day notices that, man,
and still having a large enough krill issue to be almost out of the DRS as well, man. That's literally just a krill issue. It's as simple as that, honestly.
Definitely not what you want to be seeing there.
But now he needs to try and pressure Race Day into running wide, which Race Day is not really under any pressure to do.
Yeah, and I mean, right there when that mistake happened and he picked up that 3-second, he looked to get out of shape just a little bit, Dace that is, and so yeah, he had to burn up a little bit of ERS because as soon as Race Day saw that 3-second pen, he was like pushing a little bit, man. I could tell he was trying to break that 1-second gap.
We need the Gabby Ellie fight in the chat over this Sui Sharia battle. I'm here for it.
Yeah, now Cali Rob is creeping up on Sharia right now.
Yeah, Cali Rob really close up behind Sharia, who just doesn't have the pace to keep with Sui. He's dropping on like a rock, I think. Because Faichito is lurking behind as well. This should be pretty.
Sharia's struggling right now, unfortunately, with the ERS. But that's okay though, right? That's okay because if he can just stick with one of these guys and have them pull him along with DRS, then he can recharge back up, throw it to none, or just even leave it on medium for a couple of laps, with the DRS, and he'll recharge back up, no problem. And then hopefully, try to mount an attack once these guys soft start falling off.
That's Nicky.
What was that for?
Track, being a bozo. And Race Day made a little mistake in that little technical section as well, and it let Dace close up to 3/10 of a second behind. Let's see if anybody is enough of a bozo to get a drive-through penalty. And that's Race Day in the pits.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Man, that's
just adding unnecessary risk for the sake of it.
As we have Nicky retiring in the pits now, he wasn't having a good day today.
I can understand got Palmer pitting, but why would Race Day pit out of the lead when his opponent has a 3-second time penalty? I still think Race Day will win this. I think he'll be able to cruise up to Dace pretty easily, but he's got to make up 14 seconds now in 6 laps. I mean, Race Day should have the pace advantage to do that, but even if he pulls this off, it's still a silly decision to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, the softs are going to have a massive pace advantage. Oh, and Sharia picks up a 3-second, unfortunately, so that kind of ruins the game plan that he had.
The other
man.
thing is now as well for Race Days, he's going to have to be pushing to catch up to Dace, and pushing is going to increase the risk of you just running wide of those lines just once, picking up that penalty, and that can completely shift the race completely.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be hard for him to push to the maximum knowing that he has those 2 warnings already and one little mistake and that's it. But at the end of the day, right, he could also just be like, you know what, I'm just going to fully send it. Palmer has a penalty behind me. Dace has a penalty ahead of me. If I can make up this gap right now and just, go full beans, then, you know, yeah, it'll be an even playing field.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't run wide, I think he will still get it easily, to be honest.
As Palmer picks up another penalty there. Yeah, Palmer's Palmer's
Palmer's
going off
red.
flat out for sure.
And that's Edwin around in sector 2. Facing the wrong way as Brett drives fast past him.
Man, and this Sui Cali Rob battle has just been going on all race long. These two fighting for P4. Unfortunately, Sharia wasn't able to hold on to that battle, but that's okay though. Right now, he's just got to focus on trying to stay with Fried Cheeto.
Sui has gone deep here as well, and I think it was going to be an easy pass for Calibob anyway with the DRS, really, but makes it slightly easier for him, if anything.
Yeah, but even so, in the first stint, right? Like in the first stint, these two were just trading spots back and forth on the straights. So I don't think this battle is quite over just yet.
Yeah,
as
that's Chick-fil-A. No, that's Gunnar going into the pits.
Yeah.
No, I made a mistake at the bus stop chicane. Okay. Race day now has the gap down to 14 seconds.
I don't think that was the move, man. He's not bringing in that time how he should be. I think Dace has this, to be quite honest with you.
It would be the biggest throwaway of a win this season so far. Like the Coleslaw Cup, maybe, but I don't know.
Okay, because I don't think we've seen anybody do anything like worthy of Bozo of the race, right? So I'm just saying, if Dace ends up getting this win, yeah, that's gotta be Bozo of the race right there, right? Bozo of the week.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
And race they did get fastest lap, but I don't know, man. I don't think there's enough time for him to make up 10 seconds worth.
Yeah, well, he's going to make up 10 seconds or so in about 4 laps. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe his tyres will fall off. Maybe Dace's tyres will fall off. There could be some twists in the tail. We don't know.
Sui's looking to get a little bit closer to Cali Rob. It looked like he didn't have a good bus stop or even turn 1. So, not close enough right now to make a move, but still keeping him in that battle. He's got to try to do his best just to stay calm, stay collected, recharge up some ERS as well. They're both about even in ERS.
Race day really sliding there through P1 as well. You can tell he's really pushing as much as he can, but yeah, it's he really needs to look out for those track limit warnings as well, man. I mean, one of those slides can take you over that line if you're not careful.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can just creep up on you out of nowhere around this track.
So he needed 10 seconds in 4 laps. He's made up about, what, 7/10 this lap?
Yeah. Oh, and that's huge. Cali Rob just picks up a 3-second pen. Sui's got to be loving that right there.
Yep, as long as Sui can not pick up a penalty himself, he should.
That'd be funny if he did next lap.
I mean, I feel that's been the story of the race for so many people. Gunnar picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. Sui with a little lockup, maybe an intentional lockup, eh? Keeps him behind for the DRS detection point.
Uh-huh.
Though he has lost quite a bit of time, but it doesn't matter, he's going to have the DRS again anyway. He doesn't even need to do this on track if he doesn't want to anymore.
That's very true, but knowing Sui, I don't think he's going to want to do that. Try to, beat Cali Rob on track. We'll see, though. Oh, Cali Rob going a little out of shape there. Yeah, I look like a... Sui took a lot of the inside curve there.
He wants to keep the pace up if he can, just because you never know if somebody's going to show up behind you, like Fried Cheeto perhaps, or whoever. So Race Day now has
Right.
the gap down to 12 seconds, meaning he needs another 9 in 3 laps.
Man, hate to see it, man. Sucks seeing the Aston Martin fall from grace like that.
Oh, and Brett Drive's fast strikes the wall. Spins across the
Oh,
track.
is that gonna be a safety car?
No, he's got it up and running again.
Okay.
There's definitely going to be some damage on that Mercedes car there. Yep.
Yeah, Toto's definitely not gonna be happy about that one.
Kalirov gets an amazing run on Sui, then purposefully downshifts on the straight to slow himself down again. And I mean, this is sort of the silliness that the DRS gives you sometimes. Brett picks up a 3-second time penalty to rub salt in the wounds as well.
Yeah, these two right here, Kalirov and Sui, have just been going toe to toe all race long. It's been fun watching these two. They're just going out there and just giving it their all, just having fun. Nothing too crazy, you know, not being overly aggressive with defense or even overtaking, but it's been fun.
Been well managed driving from Sui this race. I mean, he's picked his battles. That battle being seemingly Kalirov and only Kalirov. But it's kept himself clean, and that's what you need to do. You need to put yourself in a position to take advantage of other people's mistakes. As Kalirov makes a mistake on the brakes, and there is the 3-second time penalty for race day.
Yeah, that is GG's right there, man.
It is well and truly Jova.
It was bound to happen. I mean, when you're trying to push every single lap, try to extract the maximum out of those softs, and you know, even then, right? Like he still wasn't gaining enough time. I don't know. It was a 50-50 call, right? For all we know, it could have worked out beautifully, but just how long this track is, and the mediums last really, really well around here. I just didn't see him making up that time.
I don't think that was a 50-50 call at all. I think that was a complete bozo call. And this isn't even one of those ones where, you know, with hindsight, I called it out at the time. Ludicrous thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable behaviour. And you know what will happen
Now,
now? On the last lap, Dace will spin and throw the win away anyway, because it's Dace.
An important thing to note now is that Kalirov actually broke out of the DRS, and that's pretty huge. I mean, oh, Sui just creeping back into it. Let's see if he can actually keep it.
It's going to be close, but I think he's going to get it.
Yeah. And it's crazy, too, because Kalirov, the lap before this, he had a massive ERS advantage over Sui. Sui was creeping around like 30, like 25 to 30%. And Kalirov had like 80 something percent, and now they're both on equal footing again. So that's massive. Kalirov pushed like crazy to try to break away and see if he could potentially get, you know, those out of that 3 second. But I think it might be a little too late.
Yeah, I think this is Sui's position to lose, really. Looks like Sharia has seen off the challenger Fried Cheeto as well to take P6. Actually, no, he's got a penalty, hasn't he? So he's going to lose P6, actually, probably.
Yeah, yeah, P6 and P6 and maybe P8 if Chuck starts making up some ground. Well, actually, no, because Chuck has, yeah, never mind. Yeah, so I mean, as long as nothing crazy happens, it's looking like P7 for Sharia, which I mean, still a very solid points finish. Very solid race from himself.
Yep, Dace begins the final lap of the race as well, while we were talking about that. Only a few more corners left for him to not throw this away. And the race day never really got close.
No, nowhere near. I mean, this was for sure race day's race right here to win, and he just threw it all away, unfortunately.
Bro just decided, you know what, I don't want to win.
Yeah, because I mean, he had the more consistency um, prior to him pitting. He definitely was a little bit more consistent. Yes, he had the 2 warnings, but I mean, Dace already had the 3-second pen. Race Day just had to stick with him, not do anything crazy, make sure that he kept it within the track limits, and he was so just set for an
But
easy
here's
race
the
win
thing
right
as
there.
well. Even if he had gotten that 3-second time penalty while chasing Dace, he's still right there with Dace, with 4 or 5 laps to go, to fight for the win.
Yeah, but it's neither here nor there. I mean, coming around the final corner now, Dace back-to-back wins now, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice
Cheeto
win.
picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. Here comes Bozo of the week, dare I say, race day, crosses the line to take a P2, and it's going to be a double RB podium with got Palmer picking up a very solid result there in the 3rd place, even with the penalties, I think. Sui now ahead of Calirob as they approach the bus stop chicane, and without the penalty, I don't think there's anything Calirob can do here at all. It's going to be Sui to take P4. P5 belongs to Calirob. DRSing over the line, and then we've got Sharia. We'll see how far Sharia falls. It's going to be really close with him and Fried Cheeto, actually, but I think Fried Cheeto is going to take that position from him. No. Wait, did he have a penalty as well? He must have picked one up, I guess.
I think he picked one up, actually. Wow. So Sharia keeps P6.
Yep, Dusty grabs P8 from Chuck Blazen with that penalty, and Edwin is going to take home P10, at least provisionally. I know we had a few penalties, but no, he's going to keep P10. The 11 will be frontline, and it will be Brett Drives Fast, Johnny Golf, and Gunner ADI 77.
I enjoyed that race, to be honest with you. Had a little bit of everything. Really enjoyed the battle that Dace and Race Day were putting on, and the defense that Dusty was putting on as well against Palmer. I mean, as frustrating as that was gonna be for Palmer, I mean that was great to watch for us. um, and I mean Sharia as well. Sharia getting that P6 was crucial for him.
Yeah.
Oh. That beautiful double overtake as well from Dace.
This driver of the day goes to Calirob from the game.
Who's your driver of the day?
Good question. It's hard to look past Calirob, to be honest. P11 to P5 is very good. Siri had a few mistakes in there, to be honest. He did well to recover from the mistakes, but he did make the mistakes in the first place. So I think I've got to give it to Calirob personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. For me, it was going to come down to either of those two. And yes, Sui didn't pick up a 3-second pen, but he did make those mistakes. And unfortunately, earlier on, which I mean, like you said, right, he managed to recover and focus back up and stay in it. But yeah, I mean, P11 to P5, I mean, you can't really argue that.
Yep, and I think that's everything then here from us today. Don't know why, I'm allergic to doing commentary, I swear. I was completely fine all night, and then we get on commentary and I'm suddenly sneezing and all sorts. Rather annoying. Frontline leaves the session, and we're going to leave the broadcast, I think. So thank you everybody for watching. Good night, and we'll see you next week. Put you on the spot, Mystic. Where are we next week?
That is amazing. I don't know.
He doesn't know.
I don't know off the top. I don't know off the top of my head.
Episode.